So again, former Attorney General and also your time with a nonprofit, I'd love to get your opinion on the Skrmetti Supreme Court decision, which allows Tennessee to ban medical procedures to transgender children. Now, I have another case that I've been following out of Virginia where a biological man got a job at Liberty University, a predominant Christian university, and after the 90-day period said, I would like to be called she, her, and came out as a woman. The university fired him, saying, you specifically signed documents saying we don't support this at our university. He sued. It's now making its way to the Supreme Court. Do you think the Skrmetti case possibly is a preview to how the High Court could shake out other transgender ideology cases coming forward, as this one is specifically pitting freedom of religion against transgender ideology?
Well, let me, Amy, if you don't mind, let me take a step back and just talk about this as a broader issue. I think when the president said in his inauguration that we're going to return to radical common sense, this is what he meant. I mean, most parents don't want their kids to be taken advantage of by some of this stuff we're seeing related to doctors who are providing in these surgeries and procedures. You know, we want kids to maintain and retain the innocence of youth. And so, again, I'm glad to see this radical return to common sense on this front, and was delighted on the Supreme Court's case, particularly because I think of Jonathan Skrmetti as a friend and somebody who's fighting diligently to protect our kids from what is ultimately nonsense. When it comes to this new case, I certainly think what we saw from the Supreme Court was, one, a decision to return to common sense, but also following the law. And in particular, when you think about religious freedom, Liberty University should have every right and ability to say who they want to work for them. And this sounds like a little bit of a bait and switch, somebody that came in under one set of pretenses simply to try to make a point. So I fully support Liberty University. A couple of weeks ago, on the day that there were a lot of rulings that helped the Trump administration regarding these district court judges that were issuing these nationwide injunctions, the United States Supreme Court said, not so fast, can't do that. On that very same day, there was a case out of Maryland, Montgomery County, that was about kids and what things that they were being taught in school, and a parent's ability to opt out of that, what was being taught simply on religious grounds. The court made a very forceful argument and compelling theory as it relates to religious liberty, in saying that parents should be able to opt out of those sorts of learnings or educational programs. I think they will say something very similar in this case related to Liberty University, that religious liberty has to mean something, particularly in the higher ed scenario, and I think they'll ultimately rule in Liberty's favor.
I think that would definitely set a good precedent.
I absolutely believe so, yeah.